Good morning, everybody. It's Mike from PC Classic Cars back with another test drive video. Today we are in this really awesome 1968 Ford Mustang GT Fastback. This one has a 390 and then a top loader 4-speed. Alright, so we have a 1968 Ford Mustang GT Fastback. This is a real S-Code 390 car. However, it does not have the numbers matching 390 in it. But the motor runs extremely well, has good power, shifts through the gears well. And it is backed by a top loader 4-speed. The 4-speed's been rebuilt, shifts up through the gears, down through the gears really, really well. And it is a factory 4-speed car as well. This Mustang GT is not going to be for the purest of Mustang guys or even the Shelby guy. Obviously, this has got all the Shelby styling on it. This is a car that's been, someone built it to what they wanted. Originally, it was a aqua exterior with an aqua interior. And now, obviously, it's black on the outside and black on the inside, and it is a very nice car front to back. Someone did a really nice restoration on it. The paint quality shows excellent. The interior also shows really well, and basically everything looks to have been redone. Back on the mechanicals, again, 390 car is a factory S-Code 390 car, 4-speed, and then you do have a 4-wheel disc brake conversion done to it. But it still is a manual steering car, but it's really easy to drive. It's not a difficult car to run down the road at all. It steers really nice and easy. All of your suspension looks like it's been replaced at some point. Front and the rear suspension all looks excellent. It's just a really nice, tight driving car. It does have a quick performance rear carrier in it with 325 gears. It is a true track. So if you want to spin both tires, you can. Back on the interior, seat covers, door panels, everything has been replaced or either restored. Console's very, very nice. All the gauges look like they've been replaced and are in excellent shape. It does have one aftermarket gauge. It does have an additional oil pressure gauge in the console there, which is cool. Sometimes the factory gauges don't just read 100%. It's nice to have an additional gauge, so you can't tell that it's there with it closed, but there is an aftermarket oil gauge there. It does have a Flaming River tilt column in it, which makes life a whole lot easier getting in and out. Sets you up for a good driving position. And then you have this Cobra style steering wheel, which looks really good as well. Temperature gauge is coming up good. Good oil pressure, obviously. Alternator, or the voltage gauge is reading well. Horn works, speedo's working. Really, the only item that I have listed as not working is the washer sprayer fluids. We'll get on it here a little bit. Clutch feels good. Really nice and smooth. Exhaust is ceramic coated headers, dual exhaust, aftermarket like Flowmaster style muffler, so it sounds good. Heater core's hooked up and the heat blows hot. On the underneath, someone did they did a full restoration. The car has had full floors put in it. It actually has had quite a bit of metal work. Quarters have been replaced as well. You obviously have the Shelby style hood, the fender extensions, the deck lid, the rear tail panel. So someone did some extensive metal work when they redid this car to make it look like a Shelby. And all of the metal work looks good. It's a very solid car. The floors are all red oxide primer. Whoever did the car definitely spent a lot of money redoing this car to make it look like a Shelby. And again, it's just a very nice car front to back. The underneath has no issues. And then again on the exterior, like I mentioned before, it is a factory aqua exterior car. Now obviously it's black. The black paint shows really, really well. No bubbles, no bad body work. Definitely a professional shop did it, and it shows really, really nice. All of the glass front to back is brand new. Does have the aftermarket, I believe they're a legendary GT7 style Shelby wheel on it. Good tires. Again, there's really nothing that I would really want to change other than maybe add aftermarket AC to it. Is probably the one thing that I would potentially change. Maybe do a 5-speed just to make it a little bit more drivable out on the highway. But that's kind of personal preference. Go down our bumpy road here, test out the suspension. And again, even watching that there, the manual steering is still an easy car to steer. Like I mentioned before, all the glass is brand new. The windows all roll up and down like they should. The windshield has no problems. The back glass is basically brand new. There's no issues with that as well. Front and rear suspension have all definitely been replaced at some point, probably when they did the restoration on the car, and all that looks basically brand new on the bottom side. A couple of the bushings have a few little cracks in the bushings, but that's kind of nitpicking on the bottom side. I personally don't think this car has a ton of miles on it since it was restored. You start driving this thing consistently, there might be a few little things to iron out, but just hopping into right now and putting 15 miles on it, it's doing excellent. No mechanical problems. Suspension feels tight, no squeaks, rattles, really no weird sounds of any kind. And then you do have that four-wheel disc braking version on it, so the car stops really, really well. Seat foam feels excellent. They definitely did that when they did the seat covers as well. This also does, I did mention before, does have the fold-down rear seat, which is cool. As far as paperwork goes, obviously you have your VIN on the dash. You have the door tag as well. And then we do have the Marty report for this one. It is a factory GT, but again, none of the mechanicals and obviously none of the colors are original. So someone built this car to kind of how they wanted it. I like how easy that clutch is to push in. It engages exactly where it's supposed to, and it's not heavy on your leg either. Sometimes you get those clutches and they're really, really stiff. That one feels exactly how it's supposed to feel. Shifter doesn't have any shake in it, no rumble in the bottom of your seat. With the manual steering, you do feel a little bit of the road in the steering wheel, but it's minimal. The car drives really nice and straight. Overall feel, fantastic car front to back. Someone definitely spent a bunch of money restoring this car. It just has a heck of a look to it. Obviously a black Mustang GT with all the Shelby stuff. It's going to catch anyone's eye. It's just a fantastic car and really, really nice front to back. It's going to make someone very, very happy, whoever buys this car. Downshift's nice. There are a few little spots on the dash right there that have been touched up that I just noticed, but it's minimal. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that you want to see, have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment on my YouTube channel. You can call or text me directly at 903-820-1019. Check us out at pcclassiccars.com, or I am across all social platforms. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. The handle is going to be PC Classic Cars across all of those. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next test drive video.